Hi, my name is David Raleigh, and I'm from Seattle, Washington, where I grew up in a very unique situation. My mom was a very religious woman, and she, when I was 4 years old, she went to work at this communal Christian organization that was kind of a big commune I call it a commune. And there was about 500 families living on this communal property with their kids, and we all went to the same school. And it was very, very much the kind of place where everyone was tipping around toes, trying to be the better Christian than the other person. And I was, from a young age, I was playing the piano, and I had what my mother called a God-given talent to play the piano and sing, and I did it often. I played so many things for the nursing home, and I played at many funerals and weddings, and all my life I was a performer. And I loved it. I loved performing, and I loved being everywhere, but it was always hard, especially once people found that I was gay or had a suspicion that I was gay. It was always a problem whether I was going to be allowed to play. And I remember one time I was playing at a church, and rumor was that I was a gay man, and they didn't know what to do with me. And but they needed me to play the piano, so they came to the consensus that they would just move the piano off the pulpit. As long as it was down on the ground, I was free to continue to play for the church, but the piano could not be on the pulpit. And as I got older, I sought other options, which weren't always the greatest thing to do in the Christian community. They didn't really think it was proper for me to be doing some of these things, playing in these certain places. Got a job at a bar, a little lounge, playing the piano, and all the people at the church were all concerned that I was gonna, backslide and go to hell, and I shouldn't be playing in this bar, and it was just evil. And but I needed this job, and I really enjoyed this job. I was learning new music and being really creative with my career. And the youth group from the church came and picketed my bar with signs that said, the piano player's a backslider and he's going to hell and all this kind of stuff. And the boss, I'd only been working there like 3 or 4 days. And the boss just came up to me and he was like, "How long is this going to go on?" And I was like, "I don't know." But after 2 or 3 days, they stopped doing it. And that was just another sign of it was just like, oh my goodness, these people would take the time to organize a bus and come all the way down to this bar to picket my little bar. Wow, that's another powerful moment when you know that you're doing the right thing as far as staying true to yourself and realizing that other people are crazy and you're not crazy. And at that point, that's when I really started knowing that, that I was all good. It was one of those moments you have where you can't continuously be told that you're bad and continuously be told that you're an evil person and that you shouldn't be doing this when you know that they desperately need you to do the work that you're really good at doing. I always had a sense, I think you always have a sense that you know that you're a good person, and you know that what you're doing, if you're not, robbing, killing, stealing, you know that you're inherently a good person, and you try to do the right things, and you try to do things that are positive. Just hearing myself tell the story empowers me again to continue what I do in my life, and it makes me happy that I've gotten to this place where I can so easily talk about something that was kind of painful at one point and embarrassing and ridiculous at another point, but all that stuff is what helps make you who you are. The best thing you can do is be yourself completely in every instance, whether it's embarrassing, whether you get laughed at, whether you get called names, whether you get shoved off the pulpit, whatever happens to you. The best thing you can do for yourself is to be true to yourself and just plow through it, because in the end, haters want to hate, and that's, in the end, you're always going to win by sticking to your guns, sticking to who you are.